Hello folks, you're tuned into Ditto Insurance. Today we have a very interesting video. In fact, one of the videos that you guys have been asking us a lot. So today we are comparing Care Supreme and their newest plan, that is Ultimate Care. So to take us through the details and the nitty-gritties, I have with me in the studio Ajay. He's our senior program manager here at Ditto, and he will be breaking down the aspects of Ultimate Care through the perspective of being in the insurance industry for more than 4 years. So folks, let me tell you that Ultimate Care is a fairly new plan, and we at Ditto believe that if we ever recommend a product to you, it should be perfect and there should be no issues in the future. So we took a look at it. We are back with another review of the Ultimate Care, but we will also compare it with Care Supreme. So without any further ado, let me pass on the pattern to Ajay. So Ajay, please take us through and welcome.
Yeah, glad to be here, Shashank. So yes, I've been hearing a lot of buzz about the Ultimate Care plan. There have been a lot of, things about the features. Is it really a good plan? What are the things, to look out for? So a lot of things I've been getting. So I'll try my best to probably cover these aspects, especially where probably the Ultimate Care is standing out that is causing this buzz, right? So the major things that I see is that they're offering an infinity bonus, right? Where your sum insured is going to increase by 100% year on year, and there is no max capping, right? As opposed to our usual Care Supreme and all these plans, usually there is a 500% cover. We used to think that was very high.
Exactly.
These guys are like offering like an unlimited cover. I don't know how that might pan out going forward, but this is what they're promising.
So basically 10 lakh coverage becomes 1 crore at the end of 10 years.
Yeah, if you're only talking from that perspective, right? Also, another thing is that if you've not taken any claims for 7 consecutive years, right, your sum insured gets doubled.
Wow. Okay.
Right? So, and also, the crazy part is even the waiting periods also. So what usually for any bonuses, they have some kind of waiting periods. I mean, for those things, you'll have to serve again. But in this plan, even you don't have to serve the waiting periods for that, right? So that is something quite unusual. So also another thing, that being said, you can also buy this plan for 5 years together as well. I mean, usually the usual Care Supreme or other plans, they've had options to buy for 3 years. Here you can buy for even 4 or 5 years together. Right, so that is something quite new that I've seen, and since I said 5 years, even if somebody buys the plan for 5 years and they've not taken any claim at all, right, during those 5 years, irrespective of the tenure they're taking it, right, if there's no claim, they would be refunding back your first year's premiums.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So that will happen in blocks of 5. So say if it's from the 6th to 10th year, there's still not been any claim, right? So you'll be getting the 6th year's premiums back.
Perfect.
Right? So in blocks of 5, it happens. Obviously, the GST and all those things and your, add-on car, those kind of premiums. So those things will not get refunded. But I mean, it still seems to look quite lucrative.
100%.
Right?
100%.
So these are some good features. And coming to the grace period, right? So usually in the grace period, insurance companies don't cover till you probably pay the premiums and things like that. Here, in case you forget, right, even in the grace period, by taking like an add-on, okay, they will be covering it as well.
Wow.
Right. So this is something which was quite new, which have not seen companies think on these lines. I mean, I think they've really done a lot of research into this. Also, another really good thing is that, I mean, usually for any hospitalization, they cover for 24 hours. But in the Ultimate Care, even if there's a hospitalization for 2 hours, they're going to consider it for a claim, right? So that duration also is something that is to be noted, that where they're considering a shorter duration, in the plan, right? So it seems to have a lot of green flags.
Makes sense, yeah.
But yeah, a couple of areas where your earlier Care Supreme is shining is things like your post-hospitalization, right? In your Ultimate Care, it's 90 days, which is not on par to the industry standards, because most companies offer 180 days.
Right.
Yeah, and there might come a lot of expenses or medicines or certain tests that might have to be done after hospitalization. So this seems to be a drawback, and the Care Supreme has 180, which is a much better deal. And another thing is their flagship BeFit rider, okay, where things like your gyms and all these things, people who are active, they want to opt for these gyms to go work out. So this particular add-on is not available in the Ultimate Care.
Okay.
Right. So any gym freaks, gym goers who are watching this video, probably Care Supreme would be a better option, right?
Right.
So these are some things. Other aspects, things like your room rent restrictions and then co-payment not being there, all those things are quite similar. I mean, like domiciliary cover and the general features that check out, they both are similar. Just the ones that I mentioned, that is where the ultimate care, seems to be quite lucrative, right? So this is more or less just a bare bones feature comparison.
100% Ajay. So before Ajay does get into the detailed comparison, let me tell you folks that Ditto Insurance is your insurance buddy. We just don't sell you insurance policies. We are more than that. If you have a policy and you want it reviewed, we are there for you. If you want to port into another policy, we will help you. Or if you want to buy a fresh policy, then that is where Ditto comes in for you as well. Right from your purchase till claim support, that is how you will have Ditto support all along with you. All you have to do is book a free consultation with us with a link in the description, and our IRDI certified advisors will help you over a 30 minutes call. Now, back to the video. So Ajay, now as a layman, when someone takes a look at the brochure, they see obviously these features and are naturally attracted to a very flashy plan. Now, is there something that our eyes are missing because Ultimate Care really looks too good to be true?
Yes. So see, when it comes to insurance, okay, I mean, the way you perceive it, as in the way you buy it, is going to be very different, right? So, I mean, with the modern technology and all that, I mean, people can just compare plans and all those things. It's available even in our website. But, it's not like a phone where you look at the features like, megapixel camera, or, this screen is this much, or, this is not something like that. Here, the focus should be more on, okay, for the features I'm getting, who is going to give me the best claims experience? And even if the claim, okay, is going to be 4-5 lakhs, okay, who is going to help me process that?
True.
Right? Because if you see, majority claims usually come within that, I mean, at least right now for the next couple of years, okay, most of the claims are within that, 10 to 15 lakh limit. Okay, very rarely, okay, or say a 5-10% of the claims are probably above, 10 lakh or 20 lakhs, right?
Right.
So whatever the small claims are, okay, or, the claims that are going to be given, okay, how efficient are they going to be given is what I focus on.
Right.
Okay. And that being said, the Ultimate Care is a very new plan, right? So we've not really, seen how the claims are going to be settled with regards to the plan. Where I take a second look is the fact that, I mean, Care is, providing these Ultimate Care plans at a lesser premium also, right? So for the features they're providing, it is slightly expensive than your Care Supreme plan. But if you see, I mean, for the features they're giving, it's hardly like another 700 to 1,500 rupees extra, right? So, I mean, will this be sustainable, and what are they thinking? Because the only way I see is that they're probably going to bump up the premiums a lot, like in another 2-3 years. So that might be a rude shock for people, right? So I feel the Care Supreme seems to be a more stable option considering the price point at which they have, kept it for the features, right? So I feel even if premiums are increasing in the next couple of years, it would be something that somebody can, expect or anticipate or prepare for, as compared to the Ultimate Care where you're not really sure, what is it about. So I'd suggest to at least watch what's going on to see if this is actually true and what are the premium increases going to look like, right? At least for some time, to understand how they're going to, manage this. Because usually these kind of plans I've seen is that they will, hike up the premiums drastically once someone gets into the plan. Right. And another thing is that they're not letting anyone to migrate or port to the Ultimate Care as well.
Okay.
Right. Focusing more on new business aspects. Right. So keeping these things in mind, I would probably suggest to wait a while. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing or anything, just to see how things are going to pan out and fold so that we can advise people to, accordingly plan and budget and, go for the best plan which suits them. Right? Because not everyone might need an unlimited cover, right? Even if you're having a 50 lakh plan, if that is going to be sufficient and you know that your premiums are not going to increase too drastically that you can't bear them, at the same time, you know that the claims are going to be given because you have, Ditto by your side as well, right? So I think, the Care Supreme seems a more reliable option. Also, Ultimate Care, if you see the plan as well, okay, for the first year, they're going to give a 25% discount. right? So you might think that, it's costing you very less with the discount. The second year, again, like I said, the premiums will increase. So again, that illusion is there. So do plan out. I mean, you'll have to think 2-3 years down the line when you are choosing the plan, not just go blindly buy the features, right? Because there are a lot of things that are in play here, right? And that's why, at Ditto, we don't just suggest, the shiniest plan out there. We look at the economics of things and the logic behind the pricing of the plan, and again, the features they're offering, and again, the claims, how are they settling, right? Because all these three things should, go in congruence. Else, if something's amiss, we'll probably, want to take a step back and look at it, and then probably, go ahead with the plan.
Really makes sense, Ajay. So I'd like to take this moment to let our audience know how we at Ditto work. So folks, when you book a call with Ditto, you just don't get on a call with an advisor and they list out all the plans that we work with. If you are on a call with Ditto at that very moment, you know that you are being taken care of since the application process up until the claims, if it ever has to come to it. So we take note of your medical histories, fill out the application forms with you on the call, make sure that the payment is made, and we also send you renewal reminders. So we are your insurance buddy, and the best thing is that Ditto's exclusive service to you is at free of cost. You don't have to pay a penny. All you have to do is go to the link in the description and book your free call with us, and our IRDAI certified advisors will make sure that we suggest you the best plan. So Ajay, thank you so much for joining us and giving us a rather eye-opener on the new plan in the market, Ultimate Care. So thank you so much. And folks, I will see you in the next one. Until then, happy insurance hunting.